Hey, hey, hey. How you all doing today? I always ask that question, isn't I? You get accustomed to that now. But this is serious, real serious. It's about the Mystic Camp flooding in Texas, Texas Central. And so far today, June the 7th, um, the death toll has risen to over 100, with still many more missing. And I'm asking the question, is Texas cursed? I mean, there's so many things, so many disasters been happening down in that state since for quite a while, but within the last um, 12 months or more, wildfires, floodings, you know, it's just crazy what's going on. So why would I be asking if Texas is cursed anyway? You know, it's just like Mother Nature will do what Mother Nature do. But can you imagine when a river, that a riverbed that you could literally walk across, and July the 5th, 4th, just about just a few hours before Independence Day celebration kicked in, and just about a few hours bore President's mega bill he signed the bill. Just before that, a major flooding was in the works in Texas Central. That's when the river, Guadalupe River, starts is how many miles? 20 miles descent down into areas where residents are staying, sleeping, going to bed, and suddenly, within a few, less than an hour, that river rose 29 feet, 29 foot of water. So high it reached the top of buildings, way up 50 foot or more. So it's a major disaster, and no matter how much condolences we send to the people, the families, the friends, the brothers, the sisters, that's just a drop in the ocean, because fathers are missing their daughters. Most of the kids there were young people attending a summer camp, the Mystic summer camp. And unbeware to them that there, because there were no warning that such a disaster was pending. So I'm asking the question, is Texas cursed? I shouldn't be asking that, because our government it couldn't have happened at the bad time, really, when you come to think of it, because it's about the time when our government are deciding to cut all assistance in many states, and many, Texas not excluded. So all the help on deck was needed, and our president, he think it was a joke. He say we would help, but he didn't. He wasn't aware of the magnitude of what's happening to this when this river started hitting and height and unknown, because that area has been flooded before, but nothing of this one catastrophe. And I'm asking, is Texas cursed? Is Texas have a Tea Party curse in it? It's not political, so don't take it as political or a Mother Nature curse. Because come to think of it, think of it. Everyone is in denial about climate change. No one want to admit that climate change is affecting a lot of places. We have in major hurricanes, but even in my state, in Florida, we have in major hurricane, back-to-back hurricanes. In other states, we have major problem with tornadoes, tearing up the place, ripping everything off the foundation and everything. Where other place in other state we have drought and disasters and everything. So I'm asking why are we denying that climate change having an effect on the climate and what is happening? I do not understand why we have to be denying that, and unless we start waking up and thinking about more protection and more way of protecting people's lives and property, it will continue. Mother Nature will do what Mother Nature has to do. It's a disaster. Imagine being in your bed. It's no different than I would say it's the same as having a tornado coming passing through your state. But when you have no warning that a river, that a heavy downpour of rain, 29 inches of water, the river have risen 29 foot in a matter of minutes. That water was flowing so fast and so heavy and so quick. No one could escape it. So July the 7th, the search still going on. So it's Friday, Saturday, now Sunday, and now Monday. 4 days and nights. Searchers, first responders, and everyone is still searching for the missing in the central Texas flooding at the Mystic Camp, where 20 children or more just washed away. They just swept away by the ferocious water. The flood, the river was flowing so fast, everyone could not escape, could not get away. So that's what I'm saying, people. We still are mourning the death of these young people who suddenly out enjoying themselves, spending the weekends, enjoying this annual thing that they meet every year about before Independence Day, a Christian group. And they all did not know that, little they didn't know that by the time they go to bed, they'll be woken up. But can you imagine the screaming that these young women have to face? Can you just imagine how frightful it was? Those people, those children, young people, suddenly the water is sweeping them all downstream. As far as the eyes could see, the water was just raising and raising and raising and raising and flowing fast, washing away cars and everything, tearing up trees and roots from their very roots and everything. So we're just sending the more condolences to the families who will never see their kids again. Maybe they will never recover their body. We have floodings before. We remember Katrina, Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans. We have major flooding before. Actually, major flooding have been occurring frequently around the world, whether in Africa or whether in other states. It's not a thing that we can say it's a one-time thing. It will go on and on and on and on and on. That's Mother Nature. You can't stop Mother Nature from doing what Mother Nature do. But I want to know, it came, as I said, it came at the wrong time because our government right now is cutting everything, cutting this and cutting that to save money. While this was going, our president was signing away his biggest, beautiful tax cutting bill for the rich and border wall and everything like that. Now, everybody needs to just get together, calm down, and just let's make everything safe as possible for people who are out and about, and get the thing right instead of just now everyone is in mourning about the death of all these young people who just swept away by the river water. That's in Texas. And as for asking the question whether Texas is cursed, it's just a metaphorical kind of question. It don't mean anything because, like I said, Mother Nature will do what Mother Nature has to do. So we hope that they can recover some more of the missing, whether their body are stuck in the tree limb or somewhere, and see if we can get them home. Bless you.